got to a stage with this England squad where, when you look across it, virtually to a man, you could have a conversation about, are they elite? Do they conform to actually being elite? Like, we have a sensational squad, totally brilliant, totally capable of winning silverware. The question is, will they? Like, will we deploy Phil Foden in the position that we want to? That we want to see? Are we likely to go for the jugular? Is Southgate going to be brave? Have you seen anything to suggest that we are going to take the shackles off? Because if you think about England in recent tournaments under Southgate, I think there is a case to be made that the reason that England have fallen short is Gareth Southgate being slightly unambitious. Anything to suggest that he will have learnt from that and actually go for the jugular in games?
I would say learning from the fact that he's going to try Trent Alexander-Arnold out in midfield and it worked. I would say that that's a big reason that he does listen. You know, he obviously, he's his own man, Gareth Southgate, and he will do what he thinks with his coaching staff, who see the players totally differently to how we all do, see them on the training pitch. He will pick the 11 that he thinks can go out, and as we've discussed on many occasions, it's not just the 11 now, it's a squad game, and it's really important when you make those substitutions. He's had to learn the hard way when he's not quite got it right, and he's always put his hands up if he's not quite got it right. But each time he's then got it right in the next scenario. And I think people kind of forget that, because it's easy to label him with a tag, as we tend to do in the media, you know, labelling players left, right and centre with, you know, kind of they make one mistake and then it's highlighted and that's the narrative on them. And it feels like it's that with Gareth Southgate sometimes as well. And, you know, it's... We have to criticise him when he does it wrong. He holds his hands up when he does it wrong, but he learns from it, and that's really important. And I feel as if he, as a manager, has evolved to push. I mean, he can't do anything about what happened out in Qatar with Harry Kane and that penalty. There's nothing Gareth Southgate can do in that situation. Had that penalty gone in, I think we had France, and we could have, you know, it had gone to extra time, and I think that we could have pushed on through. You can't legislate for those kind of things. And I think he's somebody who is a deep thinker and will be working so hard to make sure that they lift that trophy, because they have come so close, and they are so close, and this feels like a really special group of players. They are desperate to do it. He's going to want to make the right calls, and he knows how important that is. And I think we have to wait for him to make them.
I would just say as well, just add to that, Bukayo Saka scored a hat-trick in his last game. Harry Kane scored in each of the last 6 England internationals. Gareth Southgate wanting a single pivot defensive midfielder means he wants more attacking players on the pitch. We've got I know a lot of people are divided on Harry Maguire, but under Gareth Southgate's watch, Harry Maguire's become the most high-scoring defender in England history. So I don't know where these shackles are, mate, honestly.
You just heard there from Adrian Durham and Faker others, obviously doing a great job out in Poland. You weren't happy a bit with Aid there, were you, when he said, when he talked about Gareth Southgate has no shackles on the players, like he's letting them go, letting them play. You kind of gave me the look like, Ade, no.
Yeah,
I want to jump in.
Adrian suggested that, he asked me sort of rhetorically, where are these shackles, mate?
That's what he said, yeah.
And I would say that they're basically over every tournament that England have ever played. I mean, the obvious example to use would be the final at Wembley. Like, England went into a final at home against a distinctly average Italian team, an Italian team that didn't qualify for the World Cup either side of that tournament. An Italian team that were totally capable of being beaten. England at home in a tournament, in a final, Wembley packed, and we had one shot on target. One shot after 2 minutes. We played extra time. Played 120 minutes of football. We had one shot on target after 2 minutes. If that's not putting the shackles on, I don't know what is. If that's not cowardly, if that's not an example of being caught in the headlights, allowing Roberto Mancini to totally dictate the tempo, and being scared, being a rabbit in the headlights, and being out of your depth as a manager, I don't know what is.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.